You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Tuesday, the 4th of November. This is James Spann. Again, today we have a cloudless sky across the state, but some interesting changes coming up by the weekend and early next week. In fact, we're about a week away from, looks like a really big freeze in here. And could there be a snowflake somewhere over North Alabama Monday? Let's take a look at all the new data. First off, this is the upper air look today. We have a dry northwest flow aloft and a ridge beginning to build in from the Gulf. And that means warmer afternoons ahead. Visible satellite view showing absolutely nothing. Once again, we are clear across the deep south. Radar. Nothing around here, needless to say. Got some rain way up north. Temperatures rebounding nicely. Many spots started off the day in the 30s with frost, but we are in the 70s this afternoon. Highs will stay in the 70s for the rest of this week. But again, look out for that cold air coming in here early next week. Here's the watch warning map around the nation. We have wind issues for the northeast and northwest corners of the country. Got some high wind warnings in effect for parts of the northeast United States. Very windy there. No severe storms expected through tonight. Maybe some thunder on the coasts of Northern California and southwest Oregon. Tomorrow, got a couple of marginal risks. One over parts of Pennsylvania, New York, and New England. Another over western Oregon into the northwest corner of California. And on Thursday, day 3, no organized severe storms expected across the country. Rain for the next 7 days, not a lot. We are going to mention a pretty good chance of showers late Friday and Friday night. But as you can see, rain amounts for most locations will likely be under 1/2 inch. And that's really not going to help the drought that much. We'll get the new product on Thursday of this week, the new update here. Tropics are quiet. Very quiet. No tropical storms cross the Atlantic basin for at least the next 7 days, hopefully until sometime next summer. But the season continues until the end of November. So model fans, here we go. European, 12Z run, 4 o'clock tomorrow. Got a flat ridge on the Gulf Coast, and again, a beautiful day. We start the day in the 40s. The high will be in the 70s in most spots. Same thing on Thursday, lots of sunshine. Highs in the 70s. And Friday, moisture begins to increase in advance of a surface front coming in here from the north and west. So we'll bring in the chance of a shower Friday afternoon over the western side of the state, and then a pretty good chance of showers Friday night, especially for the northern two-thirds of the state. And again, moisture limited, rain amounts will likely be light. Don't think we have any thunder or lightning, just a chance of showers Friday night. And again, the better chance of meaningful rain over the northern two-thirds of the state. And then on Saturday, that first front pushes to the south and kind of washes out. And could there be a little shower somewhere? Yes, but I think most locations dry on Saturday, and we stay mild, highs in the 70s with a partly sunny sky. That first front is a Pacific front, not an Arctic front. And then on Sunday, we do expect an Arctic front coming through here. But the air, again, very dry, so I guess you might mention a small chance of a shower early Sunday morning, but most locations with no rain. A gusty north wind will develop as the colder air begins to move in here. And Monday, a cold, blustery day. Highs in the 40s for North Alabama, 50s for South Alabama. And with a cold core upper trough, could there be a few snow flurries over northeast Alabama on Monday? It's possible here. This is the dreaded snow maps that you see plastered all over the internet in the winter. Of course, most people that plaster these, they're like 2, 3, 4 weeks in advance, which means nothing. This is within a week. This is Monday of next week. And the Europeans suggesting there could be a few snow flurries over the Tennessee Valley and parts of northeast Alabama Monday. But again, I don't think we see any more than flurries, but these cold core troughs can produce some surprises. The best chance of any meaningful snow, the mountains of East Tennessee and western North Carolina, the Great Smokies. But the big deal is the cold air coming in. Again, it's going to be a cold, windy, blustery day on Monday with a stout north wind. And then Tuesday, the big trough is moving off the Atlantic coast, and we're going to be dry. Tuesday morning is going to be cold. The potential for freezing temperatures basically all the way down to Dothan and Mobile. This will likely be the first widespread freeze of the season. Many spots going in the 20s, and this will effectively end our growing season. That's Tuesday morning of next week. So let's keep going 10 days out. This is Friday of next week, the 14th of November. Got a big trough in the west, and for us, we are dry. So at this point, all of next week looks rain-free with a warming trend after the cold start. Highs go back in the 60s over the latter half of the week. Here's a look at rain for the next 15 days. The mean getting a little higher. It's up there toward 2 inches between now and the 19th of November. Temperatures, national blend of models, NBM. Look at the drop-off. We'll be in the 70s through Saturday, the high Sunday in the 60s, and then Monday, 49. And if you're in Huntsville, the Shoals, Scottsboro, your high could be low to mid-40s, and you factor in a biting north wind. It's going to feel colder, maybe a few snow flurries Monday. And then Tuesday morning, 29 showing up here. The colder pockets could easily see mid-20s. And again, we could see a freeze Tuesday morning all the way to Mobile and Dothan. And then highs go back in the 60s for the latter half of next week. And the latest long-range guidance just in. November 12th through the 18th, temperatures could be a little above average. This is after that big cold snap early next week. So let's roll some Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. A couple of stops today. Stop number 1, West Elementary, Russellville, first graders in the lunchroom. Love it. By the way, the lunchroom ladies made me Crispitos. That was the happiest moment I've had in a long time. And look at the cake. That's amazing. Wow. That's outstanding. But again, look at the Golden Tigers merchandise here. But what a great session. Those kids were great, great listeners and learners today. Talked about thunderstorms, hurricanes, tornadoes, winter storms, and a lot more. So again, to these first graders in Russellville, West Elementary, great visit in the stop number 2, St. John's Church in Cullman. I had the 6th graders from both East and West in the house. And let me tell you what now, these 6th graders, they can really, really soak up that science. Talked about convection, weather forecasting, weather balloon launches, hurricane hunter missions, a lot more. We got deep with it today. They were just great. So again, to all these students and teachers at both East and West Elementary in Cullman, the 6th graders, thanks a lot for that great visit earlier today. Some really, really good times up on the road. So tomorrow I will be at Payne Elementary School in Trussville. And then Children's of Alabama Weather Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month, program for the patients and their families. By chance you're there, come see us. And then we will be Thursday back in Cullman for a homeschool program. And then Thursday afternoon, Vincent Elementary School in Shelby County. And Friday back in Shelby County at Meadowview Elementary School in Alabaster. To see the kids there, it'll be a lot of fun. Again, no book signing this Saturday. Don't forget, you can catch my forecast this evening on ABC 3340 News and also on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 104.7 WZZK. Thanks for watching. Have a marvelous Tuesday evening, and God bless.